Happy Friday, or whatever day it is that you're watching this. Um, I was inspired to post this meditation today on finding your inner power um, because I was spending some time on social media for work, as one does, and was just, oh, there's a cat. That was Nova. Hi, Nova. Was just meditating on how people use social media as sort of on the darker side of it, an unhealthy way to self-validate, um, or to even maybe get a little bit of a unhealthy high, I would call it, like get their drama fix. It is a way to distract people from what's really going on within. When you focus on outer world in a way that's gratifying to the ego, you really don't have to take a look at what you're feeling, right? So social media can be kind of a trap for some of the more negative aspects of self. It can also be a great tool, like what we're doing here today online, to help connect people and find community, find support, find healing. But again, there is also that aspect of it, which is not exceptionally healthy, that led me into a state of meditation where I just really wanted to get clear on what has value. So there's not a lot of truth going on in the worlds of Facebook and Instagram, as we all know. So I guess I wanted to offer you a way to get in touch with actual truth, to self-validate, to find your power within instead of looking for it in things and people and circumstances and environments outside of yourself. Because true confidence, obviously, comes from self-esteem, comes from a place of knowing and understanding the self and learning to love the self. In light of that, I am proudly displaying my Cat Lady t-shirt today and wearing sweatpants. Because I also wanted to communicate to all of you, the few people that are watching this, I don't know how many, my humble audience, thanks for watching, just, that you should be you at all times. So if you want to make a weird fashion statement, go for it. I support you. But also really great to wear this kind of clothing when you're attempting to get deeply relaxed in the meditative state, which is what we're going to do here today. If you want to learn more about what I do, you can always go to awhypnosis.com and read about my past experience there, and all of the services I have to offer, because I also do hypnotherapy and energy work, past life regression, spirit guide contact. These are all things that I love to do and I'm very passionate about. But for today's purposes, let's just go ahead and begin. So we're going to do a lot of guided imagery, as is always the case with any of the healing work that I do. Just a lot of visuals, very sensory, detailed experience for you today. And we're just going to really get in touch with that inner strength and a really grounded perception of self today. Just really gonna get your energy balanced, get you centered, get you focused on what really has value in this world, which is our inner light and sharing that light with others. Just the power of unconditional love and how it can transform our lives and the lives of others. Okay, so that's enough talking. I'm talking for over 5 minutes. Thanks for hanging in. Maybe you pressed fast forward. I don't know. That's okay too. But just get really comfy. And also, thank you for dealing with my format that I have right now, where I might not be filling up your screen because of what I'm filming on. That's going to change in the future. Hopefully there'll be better edits and lighting and all kinds of things. But for now, this is what I've got to offer, and just putting it out there. And this is the best that I can do, and I hope that it reaches all of you in a really profound way. Okay. So get comfy. There's no right or wrong way to do that. If you can, try to get in a position that aligns your spine a little bit more. That can be helpful. We want the spine to be supported. We don't want it to be too collapsed. And that's because we just, really help get you comfortable, help get the energy flowing so there's no blockages. But if you do have trouble sitting up straight for long periods of time, you can use a supportive chair back. I'm not going to be using this one because it curves a little bit too much. I'm just going to sit up straight on my own. You can lie down, you can stand. There's actually no wrong way to meditate. As long as you are comfortable and you're able to get there. So feel free to experiment. I would say try to make sure that your environment is more on the quiet side, so there's less distractions that you have to deal with, especially as a beginner, if you're a beginner. And go ahead and get into a position that feels good for you. Close your eyes when you're ready, and let's just begin by taking in 3 nice, deep, cleansing breaths. Nice and deep and slow. Just breathing from deep down in the diaphragm. So if it helps, you can put your hands on your tummy. You can also put one on your chest just to kind of make sure that you're not breathing from the chest. We really want to deepen the breath. We really want the belly to be nice and loose. And we just want it to expand on the inhale so you get a full breath. So chest breathing is shallow breathing. So we want to try to visualize, imagine, sense, feel, if it helps, that you're breathing from the base of the spine. If you need to or want to, you can sigh on the exhale. Make the breath audible. And practice mindfulness with the breath. As our first meditative exercise, we're going to be really grounded in the present moment, because that's what mindfulness is. It's being focused on a singular point of concentration, one singular sensory experience. Right now, that's the breath. So we're listening to the way that the breath sounds. Notice the way that it sounds. Notice how soothing that sound is, how it kind of mimics the sound of the waves of the ocean. It's just a very gentle sound, soothing sound. And then just notice the way that the breath physically feels in the body. So on the inhale, it should feel rejuvenating. It should feel energizing and healthy. Nice, healthy, full breath. Helping to oxygenate the blood so that It can replenish all the vital systems of the body, the organs, the muscles, the tissues, really supporting and aiding the body with the breath. And then on the exhale, you're just allowing yourself to let the day go, let any cares or worries go. Listening to the sound of the exhale. At least for just the length of that exhale, give yourself a permission slip to just release the day. Good. So you're just gonna continue to do this nice rhythmic, soft, comfortable breathing at your own pace in a way that feels right for you through the rest of the meditation. But you're also going to go ahead and focus your attention on your feet. On your feet. Just allow every single muscle from your toes all the way to your heels to just release, relax, let go. Give into the weight of gravity. Hang nice and loose and limp. Just allow all those muscles to unwind and unravel. If you need a permission slip, I'm going to give you one right now. You're allowed to relax. You need this. It's good for you. So just stay present with me. Focus on my voice. That's all that's required of you. Don't try to force anything, make anything happen. Just trust that the body knows how to relax, knows how to release. Those muscles know how to let go. So just patiently wait for them to do that. If it helps, you can visualize them actually going limp. And just visualize, imagine, sense, feel that a pleasant sensation is traveling all the way through the foot. It could be a feeling of heaviness or lightness, of tingling or warmth. Just moving through the feet, crawling up into the legs and the knees, spreading through the thighs. And you're just assisting it on the inhale and on the exhale, allowing those muscles to release even further, even more deeply. As relaxation climbs up into the abdomen, really releasing, really letting go into the chest, and moves in to the shoulders, allowing the shoulders to release back and down the best you can. Even if you have difficulty with your posture, don't worry about being too straight. You don't want to overcorrect. Just do the best that you can. It's more important for you to be comfortable right now and to feel supported. So just allowing those shoulders to release and relax, and for a wave of relaxation to wash all the way down the arms and into the hands and fingers. Then we're just going to travel up into the top of the head, the scalp. So visualizing, imagining, sensing, and or feeling what it's like to get a nice gentle scalp massage. For all those muscles to just be filled with warmth. Just kind of melt into peace, to loosen up, to limber up, to relax, to release. As relaxation travels down over the face, down over the back of the head and into the neck. If I have any energy healers watching, just know I'm sending you love and light, and I'm also kind of placing my hands on my own body as an energy worker myself, feeling the warmth of my hands, bringing that into my neck and my back. You can do the same if you'd like. Focusing some good, really positive energy into those spaces. Filling them with air, sending the breath to any areas that need a little extra support, just breathing into those areas. On the exhale, letting it go, releasing it, pushing it out, putting pushing any unwanted, unhealthy energy out of the body, out of the mind, letting it fall out on the breath, on the exhale. As relaxation just travels down the spine through the upper, the middle, and the low back, just letting it hang loose. Letting it go limp. Just letting it be. Just letting the body just be. Allowing it to be completely at rest. And that will continue to deepen as we continue on with the rest of the meditation. A couple more deep cleansing breaths. And then I'd like for you to visualize, imagine, sense, and or feel that you're in a beautiful place. Beautiful place. It could be indoors or outdoors. It could be a place you already know and love, or a place that you've never been to and you've always wanted to go. Just be there now. So kind of scan your environment from your left all the way to your right and just start building up those details. With sight, with sound, with sensation. Notice the shapes and the colors, the textures and the smells. Allow all of the sensual aspects of this space to take you deeper into a state of relaxation. Feel that you're at one with this space and it's one with you. Allow the soothing properties of this space to sink in to every fiber of your being, to reach all of the facets of self, to kind of fill every nook and cranny with warmth and delight. Really take pleasure in the beauty of your surroundings. Allow them to come alive. Maybe you're using a place from your memory, or a place that you've seen in a picture, or a place that you actually have really enjoyed in the past. Maybe it's a completely imaginary place that you've created. The mind is powerful. The soul is powerful. If you have the ability to dream, you also have the ability to create a special, inviting space for yourself. The mind knows how to construct that space, so just allow that to happen now. And don't worry if you're having trouble with any aspect of it. There's no right or wrong way to experience this space. It can just be a feeling, it can be a sensation, it can be a little bit of a vague concept of space, or it can be as detailed as you want it to be. There are no limitations. So just take it all in, soak it up like a little sponge. And then I want you to choose one really beautiful object, living thing about yourself. So it can be a thing of nature, such as a tree or a flower, a flame. It's a really common one used in beginning meditation. It can be your own breath. It can be a smell, a color, something that helps you feel really relaxed, something that you feel like could hold your attention. And so the purpose of choosing this one thing to focus on is that we want to distract the mind from conscious thought for just long enough for you to escape into the state between waking and sleep, which is trance state, meditative state, the state where the theta and or beta brain waves are activated. So we're just trying to get away from conscious thoughts. We're exercising the brain, using the brain in a different way, and connecting energetically to spirit self, soul, higher self, true self, whatever your belief names it. So you're choosing that one beautiful thing. And we're just going to practice holding your attention, holding your focus on that one thing for just a few quiet moments. So when you have that thing, hold it in your mind's eye. And keep in mind, before we get quiet to practice this, thoughts may still come through, especially if you're a beginner and the mind is not used to being still, to just being. And that's okay. That's perfectly normal and natural. Just wait for those thoughts to pass, sort of like they're just drifting through the sky. Patiently wait and allow for them to pass. Don't try to control or force anything. And then bring your focus, bring your attention back to that one beautiful, relaxing thing, or combination of things. It could be your breath and the one thing. Experiment, find what works for you. We're going to start that process now. Let's get quiet now and focus. So hopefully you're able to hold on to that. Keep holding on to that. And now let's invite an intention in. An intention is just something that we're looking for insight on in our meditation, something that we're looking for an answer to. It can be in the form of a question. Just leave it open-ended. It doesn't have to be yes or no. Leave it a little bit open. And so because we're distracted from conscious thought as we're focusing on our one beautiful thing or a combination of beautiful, relaxing things, what we're doing is we're allowing subconscious thought, which could be helpful, or spirit information, universal information, love and light to come through. And it can be in the form of words, it can be in the form of images, but we're just keeping ourselves open and receptive to whatever needs to come through for us. And so our intention that we're inviting in is going to be, what do you need today to find inner strength, to be able to see, understand, and acknowledge what it is about you that's beautiful and wonderful and strong. So we're just seeking ways to connect to inner power, to get in contact with the strength within, which really comes from a feeling of love and acceptance that we have for ourselves. So with that in mind, with that implanted in the conscious, subconscious, unconscious, in the spirit, in the energy field, bring your attention back to that one combination of beautiful things that keeps the conscious mind still. Release all expectation of what you think should come through to help get you in touch with your inner power. And let's go back to quiet time, finding stillness, finding rest in the mind, and just see what comes through. Just patiently wait, all the while focusing on that beautiful thing or things. We'll just start that quiet time now. Just take a few more moments. Breathe through it. Invite whatever's meant to come through to come through. You can pause the video now if you'd like, if you would like to continue with quiet time. Otherwise, keep your eyes closed, listen to my voice. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what came through for me, how that can apply to you. And so what I got was just that just you need to be mindful of eliminating any roadblocks to your understanding and acceptance of self. So anything that could stand in your way of being loving and kind to yourself will help you. If you can release that, it will help you to feel more powerful, more grounded in your own strength. Also to be open to change, to be open and receptive to new experiences. And to just begin to feel really comfortable in your own skin. Feel really proud of all of the parts of your personality that really help you to stand out and be unique. To release emotions like anger, which can be blinding, and to be more accepting of the world as it is, which means that you accept that you have no control over the things that you don't like about culture or society, or even things that about others that really don't reflect your values, opinions, morals, ethics, beliefs. It's okay for people to be different from you and for you to be different from them. It's okay for the world to be an imperfect place. And just know and trust and have faith that you will find your place in it. And find your strength and your power there. There are others like you. I'm here to tell you that. But you are unique, and that's a special, beautiful thing. So when you're ready, take in a few deep cleansing breaths. Think any words or images that came to you today. If any words that were powerful and felt positive and healthy for you came through today, keep in mind you can use those as a mantra or as an affirmation. So powerful word or phrase that can be repeated over and over to yourself or written down several times to reinforce a goal or a feeling, an energy, a change, something that you want and you deserve and you're worthy of, that you need. Take a couple more breaths, and when you're ready, open your eyes. I hope that that was helpful and healing for you, that something came through for you. If it didn't, don't worry. You can always practice this again and just be really patient with yourself, especially if you're a beginner. But even if you're not, some days not a whole lot comes through for me. But what I've achieved is relaxation. What I've achieved is escaping my to-do list, ego thought, self-destructive thought. And I've just given myself a moment to breathe. The power of breath is very, very healing for the body, for all of the vital systems of the body, for returning the state of the body to a real state of balance and getting back to a state of homeostasis. So it's all worth it, even if it didn't turn out the way that you expected. But hopefully the insights that came through that I was talking to you about, just know that those can apply to you and do apply to you, especially if you really, choose that. Life is full of choices, and at every turn, we have a choice. We don't always have a choice about how other people behave or how certain things in the world work, but we choose how to react. And we choose our path at every step. So feel powerful when you think about that, right? The choice is yours. How you want this day to go is really up to you. And, things will still disappoint you and things will still upset you and you'll still get angry and sad and about things. But hopefully you'll also realize that you can do something about them. You can say something, you can act upon a feeling, a thought form, a belief. That's your choice. It's your prerogative. And you can choose that today is going to be a good day, even if it's full of challenges, even if you're, physically suffering or emotionally suffering in some way. You can choose to show yourself some kindness, practice some good self-care, like what you just did for yourself right now. You just made your day better. So give yourself a pat on the back for that. You did something really nice for yourself. And when you're nice to yourself, it helps to center and ground you and elevate your energy. And then you have more to bring to the table for other people. You have more to offer the world. So you're making the world a better place just by doing something really good and healthy for yourself. Because it starts in here and then it spreads outward, right? Love comes from within. It actually comes from our connection to the divine. So we go within to find that, and then we just let it just overflow. Eventually the cup becomes very, very full, and it's so abundant that you just feel compelled to share, which is how I was feeling today. So I hope that came across, and I hope that you feel just all warm and fuzzy, and you have a great rest of your day and your weekend, or whatever day of the week you're watching this. The choice is yours. Yeah, and it's okay if you need to be sad or angry too. That's also okay. Just feel whatever you need to feel, and just honor and respect yourself and others in a way that's really loving and compassionate. All right, well, I'm wishing you all the best. I hope you'll tune in to some of my other meditations, and I will try to post again soon, and I am sending you so much love and light. And so, in closing, my soul, my spirit, my energy, my consciousness, everything about me honors everything about you. And we say that by summarizing with Namaste. Have a great day. To find out more about past life regression, hypnotherapy, guided meditation, energy work, and spirit guide contact, please visit www.awhypnosis.com or call Anik Wilmeth C.Ht.'s office at 818-519-0395.